Hello again, I'm Nathan. Welcome back to WMF Reacts. It's that time of the week again. It's time for Diana. And apologies for no videos for over the weekend and so on. I was full up with a cold. I've still got a bit of one, but at least I'm not sniffling and it's disgusting. So I thought it's best not to make you people put up with that. So here we are again. So the last Diana song I did was actually a request doing an acoustic version of another song. It was originally like a dance track and then trying the acoustic one. And while reacting to that song, I mentioned other songs that people have done different versions of, and one of them was Creep by Radiohead. They obviously did one version that's quite famous, but there's been other versions. They've done more acoustic versions, but there's one on the TV show Lucifer where he sang the song just accompanied by the piano, which he was playing as well. And it was much slower, more heartfelt, and kind of full of pain, so it's a bit different. And some people have said, why not try Diana's version? So here we are to listen. So let's have a listen, shall we? Already very different. Just drums. Oh, and bass. Quite a dark one then. Very low, isn't it?
Just like an angel, your skin makes me cry. It flows like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special.
Before we go into the chorus, because I'm sure I have a feeling it's starting off kind of slow and just the drums and the bit of bass, and I think it's going to ramp up and introduce more instruments and go a little bit more epic, which is what I expect from Diana these days. So, you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe not, we'll see. So anyway, back to what's happening so far. So it's quite interesting just having the backing sort of rhythm to it, but no melody as such. So usually you get like the bass giving the kind of beats, the drums giving the, usually you have like the drums giving the beat, the bass sort of accompanying that, but kind of giving a bass kind of, you know, rhythm to it all, and how everything travels along. And then you get like guitars, wood instruments, or piano and things like that. When I say guitar, wood instruments, I don't mean guitars or wood instruments, I mean guitar or wood instruments. Yeah, just to clarify that there, because people often take the wrong context. And you get that with a melody, but as we said before, Diana uses the voice as an instrument, and that's what she's doing here. She's carrying the melody just on a voice. She could do it a cappella with no problem without the backing drums and the bass, but she's doing that to kind of emphasize that and just keep the kind of the rhythm going in the background while she brings in the melody with her voice. So that's quite cool. Really deep. It always surprises me when I hear songs when she goes to that really, really deep. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot she does that, because a lot of the ones I've listened to lately have been a lot sort of higher and a lot brighter sounding. This is really deep and heavy, and yeah, really sort of matches the song a lot more, doesn't it? There's always a little flicks in what she sings as well that always makes it work quite nicely. Let's go and find one of those, shall we?
I wish I was special.
Yes, there's those little bits.
You're so very special. But I'm broken.
Go.
I'm broken. What the hell am I doing? I don't belong here.
All right, let's go back to a few things. There's something else I wanted to mention when she sings Feather. You float like a feather. So she does it in a similar way to the original, but her own spin on it. So let's go back to that.
It felt like a feather.
It's like a feather. So kind of similar styling, but in her way. So it's quite interesting that she's kind of kept that. So once again, it keeps the melody going, and she's bringing the melody in with her voice as she's singing.
In a beautiful world, I wish I was special. You're so very special.
love the way she puts the stain on creep and just carries it on going. That's nice.
What the hell am I doing? I don't belong here.
A bit at the end of belong. It's just when she does those little kind of flicks with her voice in it is very much her, which is, it's always quite nice to hear because it's like, yeah, this is what she does. I'm comfortable with this because this is kind of what I'm expecting with her, but she's doing it on a different song, so the emphasis on words in slightly different places, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it. So she's putting on a spin on it, emphasizing different words in slightly different ways. It's cool. And as I said before, I expected a ramp up, and it has. And there's more instruments come in, and she's singing a slightly higher, not quite as low. So she's gone higher, and the lyrics have changed. These aren't the actual lyrics. I'm going to have to look up the actual lyrics. So, it's been a while since I've read it. So, verse 2, I don't care if it hurts, I want to have control. I want a perfect body, I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special. Obviously, she's changed F in, the full F word, to very, which Radiohead have done in some of their live performances, like for BBC Radio and things like that. Live Lounge, possibly, I can't remember. It was a while ago. But also in Lucifer, they did the same. It was a TV show, prime time, so they didn't have F-bombs. So they put very as well in that version. And that was, again, one slowed down. I may put that at the end so you can see what I mean. But yeah, it's interesting to that. But she's changed the lyrics here. So don't care if it hurts. It's wherever you are. So that's quite interesting. Soul makes me happy. Where do these lyrics come from? Interesting. So she has made it her own by changing lyrics. I don't know if somebody else has done this version of the lyrics or if she's come with herself. That'd be quite interesting to find out, but it's not the lyrics I'm used to. Speaking of that, are you aware that the original Creep by Radiohead was possibly allegedly ripped off another song from a band called the Hollies? You may know from the 60s and 70s if you're old like me. I wasn't around the 60s, but my mum was obviously around the 60s. Loved the Beatles and the Beach Boys and the Everly Brothers and all that sort of thing, and the Hollies as well. So they did a song called The Air That I Breathe, which has the same kind of chord progression and a similar melody to Creep. And I believe they did win an out-of-court settlement with Radiohead, and they've now got the co-writing credits on Creep, which is quite interesting. I think other people have covered that one as well. I think Lana Del Rey may have. I'm not sure. Or she's been accused of something similar. I'm not sure. I remember hearing something a while ago, but I definitely know the Creep and the Hollies song Air That I Breathe are very similar. So if you've not heard that, have a look at that one as well. It's amazing. You think at first that's nothing like it, but then it does change. And it's like, oh yeah, I can see it now. So anyway, yeah, it's interesting. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes, because these are definitely different lyrics. Still don't belong here. Like that. That was different. Essentially, she puts emphasis on different words and how she's singing it than the original. There possibly difference in language and that sort of thing. I'm not sure, but it's quite interesting hearing the different emphasis and the different spin she puts on different parts of each verse, and each verse then being slightly different as well, which is quite interesting. So I don't know if she'll do the chorus and then back into the third verse. I'm not sure, because there should be the bridge in between. So it'll be the chorus, then it'll be she's run out the door, and then it goes back to whatever makes you happy. So we'll see if she does that. And there's that weird flick she does at the end, and it's just kind of like, I always say it's like the yodel kind of flick on the end of it. It's very much her. I love that. So it's run, 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 and then just like run and just carried on the note and then went up a little bit more and just played with the note a little bit. That was lovely. So whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. Back to the regular lyrics or the traditional lyrics. But she's singing it in such a way it's kind of like heartfelt and sort of full of pain. It's like, whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. I wish I was special. It's all about you. You're the important one. I'm nothing. Look at me. I wish I was special like you. I wish I was important. I wish I was worth something. And she's putting all the pain and the anguish into that. That's really, yeah. It's always good, I think, when you see an artist like take the lyrics for themselves and show the pain of what it means. Anyone can sing a song, but how many people can sing it so you feel what they feel? That's what this is about. It's about the emotion of the lyrics, how she feels when she sings them, that she's experienced that. We've all experienced that, haven't we? I hope you haven't. It's not a very nice thing to feel when you're, in a relationship and it's all about the other person. It's whatever they want all the time, whatever makes them happy. And you're just there to service them, and you're just like, I wish it'd be about me sometimes. I wish I could get that. I wish I, felt that special, that someone would treat me like that. I hope none of you ever experience that, because you're all wonderful and special. So you all deserve everything life has to give. So let's carry on anyway. A lot more pain in that in it than there was in the original. The original one was very kind of muted and downplayed, just like, I wish I was special. It's just kind of like, I wish I was special, and kind of give it up. And this is very much sort of angry about it. That's the difference, I think. Creep is more kind of like reserved to it. I wish I was special. I'm nothing. Whatever makes you happy. I wish you'd notice when I'm not around. And it's very much kind of reserved to the face, like, oh, I'm just sick of it. It's what it is. I'm fed up. This is very much, I'm angry about this. I want this. This isn't fair. So it's put a own spin on the song, isn't it? Oh, let's not start that again. So that was really cool. I enjoyed the way it ended as well. Went back to the deep and dark, and then the way it just kind of all like tapered at the end, just kind of drifted. That was good. Right, I'm gonna be annoying and go to this one. All right, let's play a little bit of this, but I'm not going to play much of it.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel.
I'm not going to play much of that because it'll get copyright strike. It's very much more of a show tune kind of thing in it, but I had to mention it because it's what brought up Creep in the first place. And I think Tom Ellis is brilliant. If you've not seen this show, Lucifer, it's very silly. It's about the devil coming to Earth in LA, and he starts solving crimes with a detective Chloe. And there's a whole will they, won't they get together, what's happening, and it's that throughout every series, and it's very silly and it's very daft, but he's got quite a good voice and he sings occasionally, and he's Welsh, so I'm going to give him a shout out, aren't I? Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this and I haven't rambled on too much. It's really, yeah, it's cool. I like hearing good renditions of songs that I love. I hate it when they butcher them and it's awful. I guess we all do. If it's a song you love, you hate hearing awful versions. But again, Diana's done a really interesting, unique version that is very much her and nobody else's. And she even changed some lyrics, which I think is amazing, especially when English isn't her language. So that's amazing that she's got the lyrics changed just something a little bit different to make it her song. So I love that. Anyway, please comment, like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. Let me know what to react to next, and see you again soon. Till then, bye bye for now.